Hi Gemini, and welcome to October. Boy, God, it's October 2021, sort of general tarot reading. So I do hope you're well, and I want to say thank you for everyone who supported me last month. It felt like, oh my gosh, it was just so lovely to come back, and honestly I so appreciated your comments and everything. It really made me, it's just like being fueled, yeah, with your kindness. Anyhow, sorry, I'm getting a bit emotional, Gemini. So we're in the last 3 months of this nodal return, and I know a lot of yous have made immense progress, especially in your sense of purpose. Okay, getting out into the world, learning new skills. So you get the correspondent, now you get the, yeah, it's a correspondence. It's about receiving news. Some of you actually might be writing, or you might be learning, or you might just be receiving an invitation, some sort of, it's a very Gemini card, isn't it? Some sort of news is coming your way, and it's very good news because it's with the fishes. So the fishes mean their prosperity. So it's notoriously classed as financial prosperity, so this might be news of a job, something like that. But prosperity is unique to every individual. And the key to understanding your version of prosperity is the second house in your birth chart. That's about what you value, okay? Some people's is financial, some people's is not. Some people value fitness. We are a complex, immensely complex bunch of human beings, but there might be good news regarding finances, or good news regarding something that you class as a value. To be oneself, your unique version of yourself is true prosperity, and which simply means you live according to your own value system. But if you're needing, that looks like very, very good news around money coming your way, Gemini, which is always fantastic. So I'm going to pick 7 cards for you. Still trying to keep them in 15 minutes, and I've not managed it once. And the links to my website are below, and there's also a link to my PayPal, because quite a few people emailed me to suggest that I do a PayPal donation link. You know what, Gemini, I value your comments as much as, you know, donations, just to let you know that. I really, really do. But it's there. And I think they were just trying to keep the channel going. But I honestly value you. I've got Pisces in my second house. So that's what I value. So there you go. So what you want is the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is very fast moving. It tends to be a bit news. Can be a bit travel. It obviously depends where you are in the world. Now the gift is the 7 of Swords. The challenge is the 4 of Wands. Relationships, you've got the 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups is an interesting card to show up here, Gemini, because the 4s are always good because they represent stability and security. But the 4 of Cups isn't the most emotional dynamic card. Mars is in Libra. Mars is not happy in Libra, by the way. 10 of Cups and your money and work, yeah. This is a prosperity. 10 of Cups, a lot of emotional fulfillment, completion happening here. Fantastic. Hermit at a soul level. And the 3 of Cups as the outcome. There's an awful lot of lovely, emotional energy for you. Okay? 10 of Cups and the 3 of Cups are 2 of the highest cards of celebrating, the cards of joy. And joy is such a high frequency joy. Joy is a result of an awakened mind. Okay, so it's a byproduct. So the Eight of Wands is what you want. This might be about receiving news. So the Eight of Wands is about receiving news, very fast news. Very often shows up as a travel card. It can be about relocation. It's very, very focused energy and very, very high energy. Now, the gift is the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is generally a card of overthinking something. It tends to be, oh my God, shall I stay or shall I go? So I don't think this is about relationships, but there's some story. There's a story going on for you, Gemini, or what's happening is you're letting go of a story, because this is the gift. When we let go of our story, I've really, really never met anyone who's got a personal story that's empowering. Anyone. Someone once told me they met someone once, and that's it. And their story was that of personal empowerment. Every single person in this world's got a story, and it tends to be one based on not good enough, disempowering messages. And because this is the gift, I'm wondering if you're bringing awareness to that, if you're releasing it. Because once we begin to release that story, we become so joyful. We just become so light. We become like the Fool, and we become like these angels that are flying. And the reason that they're flying is they've released those Ten of Wands. And the Ten of Wands is that old oppressive story that we tell ourselves. So I am assuming that you're changing your version of what goes on behind your ears, behind your eyes. We all have a story, and this story is what dictates our destiny, generally for worse rather than better. You know, I'm not good enough, life never happens to me. And it looks like, because it's the gift, that you're moving to a new, it's almost like you're going through a threshold. Fantastic. I've noticed, Gemini, how you've handled this nodal return. Most of you have done it fantastically, about changing the version of yourself. Okay. The challenge is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is the happy family card, whatever that means. It's another threshold card. And because the Seven of Swords is the gift, you're in some sort of pivot point. So when you're in a pivot point, you're not quite, so if you're changing your story, you've changed 3/4 of it, but you're still in process, yeah? I don't think there is an arrival lounge. I think we get a year or two now and again where we're just flying free. But the Seven of Swords is the gift, is releasing the story. But the Four of Wands is a threshold card. So, because it's got a dragonfly, so it's like graduating into the brand new chapter. So it's not fully there yet. You're not going to worry, because you've got October. You've got until I think it's December the nodes change. You're in beautiful, beautiful process here, Gemini, and you won't get it again for 18 years. So you just keep doing the work. Four of Wands is a challenge. This could be, so you're in process of completing something. Yeah. Because the Hermit at a soul level, you might be studying something. The Hermit's the guide. Hermit is the therapist, because it's Mercury. And Mercury's the only god that's allowed into the underworld. Yeah, the 8th house, Pluto. So it tends to be sort of a therapist who studies human nature. So it's about wisdom. Gaining our experience turns into wisdom, and then we become the wounded healer. Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely a wounded healer, Gemini, as most of you know that I do readings for. We turn our lead into gold. And that becomes what our gift to the world. Yeah. Beautiful. It looks like it's in process though. Four of Cups in your relationship. So the fours are good cards because they do represent stability and security, but there's not a lot of emotional dynamism here, Gemini. For some of you, you're already in a four, so a solid situation, but there's just a lacking of emotional dynamic energy. It's not the end of the world. Relationships go through cycles. We don't have to fling the baby out with the bathwater. We can just appreciate the cycle, especially if you're in the process of learning something. So some of you, this is a cup that's been offered, but check your face out. It does make me laugh, this card. There's like, you what? But there's no drama. It's just lacking dynamism. And that's going to be for an existing relationship. For some of you, there might be an offer and you're just staring at it, but you're definitely not, but you might be tired. And the reason that you might be tired is the amount of processing work that's going on here. Yeah, turning that lead of the past into the gold that you gift to the world to make the world a more fantastic place. That's it. That is the heroine and the hero's journey. And then all the obstacles in the way. Another chapter. 10 of Cups and money and work. Beautiful cup. You know, something's coming to a very happy conclusion. The 10 of Cups is a card of, you know, sharing your cup because your cup's running over. Money and work is also your place in the external world. So it's not only your job, it's your community. And there's an awful lot of emotional fulfillment going on there. And this is the byproduct. Because, I mean, I call it shadow work. I mean, that's what I do. I am a therapist. I use tarot, I use astrology, but I still do just normal therapy. And it can be very, very draining on our energy. But the results, the byproduct is a state of joy. It's a state of openness. It's a state of no longer carrying stories of the past. And how it tends to show up is cards like the 10 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. There's a lot of others. But this is, it is the byproduct. We do get rewarded. And sometimes it feels relentless. Then other times we spend a whole year and we've been walking on water the whole year because the amount of joy that we've gone through. So the 10 of Cups and money and work is fantastic, and it's with the Ace of Pentacles. So this is obviously the fishies. Some of this is a new job. It's something new that's bringing an awful lot of emotional joy to you. So wonderful, Gemini. Honestly, so completely happy for you. And the 3 of Cups is the outcome, and the 3 of Cups is the celebration. And you celebrate, remember, these angels fly because they've released the oppression of the past. Yeah? And it's with the Wheel of Fortune, which is another 10, which is something else coming to a completion. And being out celebrating the turning of the wheel, celebrating something that's been complete, something that looks like it's brought you intense joy. And I think the joy, I mean, your finances are fantastic, but the joy really is in walking through some sort of threshold. So no longer telling yourself that old story. That's such big work when we change the story of our destiny and what we're capable of. It really, really is. That is literally how, that's alchemy. lead becoming gold. Venus is in Scorpio, then Mars is going to be in Scorpio, then the Sun's going to be in Scorpio, which is the alchemy process. It looks like you're right in the middle of it, and that's probably why the Four of Wands is a challenge, because it looks like your emotional energy might be a little bit it's not that it's flat. It's been redirected. You know, when one door shuts and it's because your energy needs to go somewhere else. It's like, you know, when you're ill and you just want to sleep, that's how you recover. So sometimes we don't have the emotional energy for something, but it's because you're going through this incredible, because when we step into being the hermit, we step into being a wizened one, a wise one, another person capable of guiding someone on the path. And I think people just think sometimes that I read a set of cards. The work I do, I deal with death, I deal with every single day, and that's even with the tarot. And it's you need to have, you know, you need to have done your inner work, which is exactly what you're doing here, and it's paying off. There's some beautiful energy of celebration, Gemini. And you know what? I feel really happy for you. And then you get the Fool. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Flying free. And if you are, it's because you've looked in the depths of your own soul and you've done the work, and you deserve to be free, and you deserve joy. That is our human birthright. And we almost have been blindfolded into believing that it's not. Gemini, it's been a real pleasure. Again, the links are below if you want to donate. If not, again, I value you, whoever you are, wherever you are in the world. And the links to my website are below. So much love, guys. Okay, bye.